So we have a nutrition specialist in Marty, and she has some comments about exercise and nutrition while you're traveling.
So yeah, I'm a registered dietitian by that's what my career was, and I've always felt that you shouldn't follow a diet. You should have a healthy lifestyle, and that part of that is eating, part of that is exercise. So nutrition and exercise go hand in hand. We try to follow a Mediterranean type diet, but I've always said there's no bad foods. So anything is okay as long as you use them in moderation. That's the key. My husband will tell you moderation is the key. Don't overdo anything. So we pretty much, as I said, the same way on the road as we do when we're at home. Although you kind of have to plan a little bit to be able to do that because of the space issues.
Mhm.
Definitely the refrigerator is smaller and the freezer is tiny in my refrigerator. So that's challenging. And there's not a lot of space for to store things like a crock pot or an Instapot, a grill, those things. So you kind of have to think that through and um, plan your meals a little bit, especially if you're going on a longer trip. I think what we do a lot is we'll do a luncher where we'll go out and pick up food, or when we're able to eat at a restaurant and and combine our lunch and dinner. So we and we do that pretty often on the road because it eliminates the need to cook, and then you have leftovers. So that's another meal.
Uh-huh.
So we usually have our breakfast. I mean, I take breakfast stuff with us because that's easy to do in the morning, and then snacks, that type of thing.
I know the
Um,
opportunity of eating out. We try to not choose any kind of chains and look for the mom and pop
right.
places along
Yeah,
the way.
exactly.
We find the people
Exactly.
there are friendlier, and they'll talk and tell us about the what's available to visit in their area and things like that. So we enjoy doing that. We really have a pretty good sized refrigerator and
Yeah,
freezer.
mine is too. It's pretty deep, but the freezer part is really small.
Oh,
So
is it a separate or is it in
no,
connected?
it's within the refrigerator.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Um,
Yeah, about the type of places where we go, we always pick a place that we couldn't go at home
oh,
that there's not, yeah.
uh-huh.
And one of our most memorable places is up in Lee Vining, California. It's on the eastern entrance to Yosemite.
Mhm.
It's at a little gas station, and it's called the Wo Nelly Deli, and it's famous because I mean
Oh.
you have to stand in line to get food there, but they have gourmet 5-star food at that little gas
Oh,
station. So that's a place we always stop if we're in that area. But and it's legendary. I mean, we've heard about it from other people. You've got to stop at Woe Nelly Deli. So
yeah. It's. I really try to stay away from fast food. Sometimes it's like unavoidable, but yeah, we stop for in a gas station for lunch. I mean, for gas, lunch for the
yeah,
vehicle. I can make a sandwich. I can make a
yeah,
sandwich in the back,
yeah, definitely, yeah,
or a salad or something. Get it going. Okay.
yeah. That's what we do as well.
Now, as far as exercise, we've touched on this a little bit before, and yoga, doing some yoga to bring your yoga mat, maybe. Um,
You know, I found that I don't need a yoga mat
okay.
so much. I mean, if there's unless I do it outside, then I'll want my yoga mat to
Hmm.
do. Yeah. But that, and then you can exercise while you're actually driving with the things I mentioned before, with a little squeeze things for your hands and a little ball that you can put between your legs. And I just bought this desk peddler thing where I can actually pedal while I'm riding in the passenger seat, and so hopefully that will be helpful for me. Um, I don't I'm not able to bike by myself. That's just too much multitasking. So my husband's going to set up his bike. He's an avid cyclist. He's going to set it up as a trainer. So I'll be able to, once we get to a site, I can just do some training, do some cycling on the trainer itself. Um, and then
And
you have a trike.
yes, we have quite a selection of bicycles. We've dispensed with some of them, but we have a tandem now. Charlie has his road bike. I have a road bike that's set up on my trainer, but I'm not going to ride the road bike by myself. About myself, and so with this last spring, about a year ago, I bought a recumbent trike, and it's just been a delight for me to ride it. And I'm on my own again. I can go out by myself. Not that I would do that when we were traveling very much. We'd probably go together, but it takes away all those worries about falling, your balance, that kind of stuff. And I love the little speed bump button on it. I can push it and get it to go from 0 to 20 or something like that really fast to get me out of harm's way if I think
That's good. That's great.
So traveling with such big things like tandem bicycles and recumbent trikes, that trike has a little motor on it, so it's pretty heavy. And we picked it up and put it in the back of the van a couple times and thought, nah, this is not for us. So after looking at many hitches kind of arrangements, we just went out and bought a small aluminum trailer, which we tow behind. And that's good for putting other things in also. So like the big lawn chairs or things like that we don't want to have floating around in the cabin of the camper.
I guess we should maybe talk about how we work exercise into our days after we traveled for 400 miles.
Okay.
How do you, because we're supposed to exercise, as people with Parkinson's, we're supposed to exercise every single day.
Yes.
For a period of time, 30 minutes to an hour, and get our heart rates up so we're panting. And that can be challenging if you've been driving all day. You've still got to get dinner ready. You've got to get the campsite set up, and it's 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and you're tired from traveling. So how do you do that? How do you work that into your day?
I try to fit some of it in. My husband insists on taking the camper down, like unhooking from the electricity and the water and the sewer and all that. So I take that time to tromp around, just do a marching kind of step to keep my heart rate up or get my heart rate up. That's one area I can do it in. And if we're in a campground, there's lots of YouTube videos to watch of people dancing or whatever, and you can join in. That's fun. All sorts of exercise is available on YouTube.
Right. That's and that's sometimes dependent on whether or not you have good Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be a challenge at times. I have a friend and I developed a web-based coaching exercise program where I have a schedule that is designed by my coach that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love to exercise, and I need to be held accountable to do it. So she develops a schedule for me that I'm supposed to do every day, and I pretty much follow it because I'm a rule follower and I want to be compliant. That's just my nature. So it might be an exercise video or watching a class that's specific for Parkinson's, or just doing some stretches or some yoga and the videos are attached to my schedule. So that really helps me to stay on track.
Could you
get all the things in? So.
Could you upload some of those to your device, and so you didn't have to go out on the internet? Would that be another way to handle exercise programs?
Yeah, we could do that. Although with my cell phone, we have unlimited data on our plan, so I can use it as a hotspot. Or you can usually find enough, a cell service to be able to watch the videos on my phone. Getting it onto the little TV that we have I can do it. It's just I have to go through all that process of doing that. So.
Again, we've never used our TV.
So when you're traveling and camping, you want to be outside. You want to enjoy the outdoors as much as you can. So that's the purpose.
Exactly. Walking around the campground in the evening is a kind of a thing that people do. If you're in like a state park, let's look at everybody's rigs and find out where they're from. And if you could get up enough speed, there'd be a lot of stop and go,
Right. Yeah, that's great. Because you meet a lot of people that way and can start conversations and talk about your what kinds of things they learn how to set up things and be comfortable and enjoy their trip.